All right. Thank you for joining. Today we'll go over ADA, otherwise known as Cardano, USDT on the Binance chart. So let's see what's been going on here. It's been a while since I made a video, so why not start with one of the most popular projects out there. Let's go ahead and take a quick dive into this. Delete a few of these trend lines as well. Let's take that off for now. All right. So starting here, we can just start on the weekly chart. We can see we had a massive impulse from around 35 cents. This was when President Trump decided to consider Cardano as part of the strategic crypto reserve for the United States. So we got this massive pump, which was pretty much about 311%. Since then, we've slowly just grinded down, had a few impulses to the highs, local highs, before continuing to sell off, right? So let's just zoom out a little bit more here, see if we're in a bigger range. No, not really. Let's go ahead and pull a fixed range volume profile for this range here before we created a bottom. And we had a value area low here, and we had a point of control. So as you can see, interestingly enough, we actually had price impulse directly to the point of control of this previous range. That's where it stopped, continued to sell off, and it's just trying to find buyers, right? So zoom in here, you can see that we are just trading in a range, right? I can go ahead and delete this, bring out the parallel channel tool. And you'll see we are currently just trading in a massive range. This range is roughly around, let's see, about 150%. So what do I think will happen next? So it's good to zoom out, just see the price action. So lower lows, lower highs, tap the bottom 2 times since the impulse. And right now we are struggling to move above, looks like this 75-cent psychological level. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Price moved up. Had a nice little impulse. Flip this resistance into support. One thing to keep in mind, so that's a good sign. So I don't really expect it to continue to start trading below 66 cents. We have a nice support here. We grab some liquidity of these lows. So I'd expect price to at least attempt to try and take out these highs at around 75 cents one more time. But as you can see, there is a little bit of weakness in the move. Yes, we do have a local higher high, so maybe if we go into these lower time frames here, the 30-minute, right? Because structurally, we have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is your first actual higher high, right? Because we did breach this high. Price has rejected from those highs, and now it's just trying to find a higher low if it wants to continue this local bullish structure. We have this golden pocket sitting at around 68 cents. So it would be nice to see it hold this level. And if it does hold this level, I do expect it to continue to at least try to get up to these local highs right here, right? And if we have strength continuation, then we can then look at the top of the channel, which means from current prices, that's a possible 92% gain, right? So that's pretty nice. Market is looking a lot more bullish. When it comes to Bitcoin, all coins are still kind of getting crushed a little bit. You had some movements from other coins, but as you can see, Bitcoin moved up a lot from its local lows. And if you look at Bitcoin's price action, this is on the 4-hour chart compared to Cardano, it is matching it. So if we can see Bitcoin impulse even higher, take out its range highs, right? Because technically Bitcoin is in a massive range, right? I can go ahead and place this here. Go ahead and place this here. You can just see it's pretty much just got massive range. 1, 2, 3 times tapped, targeting $110,000. And if that happens, I would believe Cardano should be able to get up to at least $1.30 again, right? Another 100% move possible. But as of right now, we are locally holding a bullish market structure, right? So we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, maybe higher low to possible new higher highs. So if I was going to enter along on Cardano, I could consider entering around these areas if you do start to see a little bit of strength. Just keep in mind there's sometimes some fake outs, so maybe you get a move up, price comes down, starts trading here a little bit, and then just impulses higher before continuing up. But this is an interesting area to look for a long, not the best, but it is an interesting area. But the best areas obviously would be range lows, right? You always want to try to get into a long at the lows, all right? And you want to try to get into your shorts at the highs. So right now it is technically in the middle of this range, so not the best area to go for a long, but if you think this bullish market structure will hold, then yes, in my opinion, the 618 would be the best area to enter a long, targeting the highs if you think you won't get here. But obviously, you know, you want to use risk management, so your stop would technically have to be below these lows, about 3% down to target the highs. So it's about a 2 to 1, which is not too bad. So manage your risk, calculate that. So your 3% risk is only 1% of your actual overall trading account. But yeah, that's pretty much it with Cardano. You know, looking pretty bullish locally. I am continuing to believe we will get higher prices in the near future. There's a possibility we can get another pullback, right? Nothing's off the table. We can see the price just begin to come down a little bit more. Take out these lows before impulsing higher. That's also a possibility. If that happens, then that would be a swing failure pattern of these lows, right? Before reclaiming these lows, that's where I would look to long, only if price reclaims these lows before targeting higher prices. So that's it for Cardano. Like and subscribe. Thank you for joining. It's been a while since I made this video, made a video. Comment, like, and subscribe. If there's a coin you want to see me chart, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on X as well. It is just Navitility, just like the YouTube name. Thank you for joining. Have a beautiful weekend. Take care.